Alright, in this video I will show you how you can create these premium motion graphics from scratch in DaVinci Resolve.
These are the 3 movement patterns that I would do every single day for the rest of my life to stay capable until I'm 90. I move better now than I did as a professional athlete, and these 3 patterns are the reason why.
Alright boys, let's begin. Now let's go ahead and grab our Fusion composition and let's go into the Fusion page. And now let's grab a background node and let's connect it into the media out and set the alpha to 0. And now we will start creating our scene here. And for that, first we need a background. So let's go into this folder called animation number 1. And here's just the background. So let's merge it here and let's rename it quickly to background. Then go to this merge and let's scale it up so it covers the whole screen. And then I will bring this logo and then let's rename it to logo and merge it here. And then we will add a few nodes to this logo. So first one would be soft glow, reduce the gain and increase the glow size and threshold. Then I will add a directional blur and let's reduce down the length like so. And then we will add a DVE node and let's set it somewhat like this, like so. And now let's go into the merge and reduce the size and place it on the left corner like so. And then after DVE I will also add a camera shake node and we'll reduce down the speed and overall strength to somewhere about here. Now I will copy all these and paste it like so. And in this merge we're gonna move it to right and going to this flip section, select this one and move it to further right, scale it down, bring it down and set it somewhere about here like so. And then we will make the ellipses, and for that I will make some space here, then grab a background and set the type to gradient. And for the gradient colors we will grab the colors from this logo. So let's view this in first viewer, let's switch to dual viewer and the background in the second viewer. So grab the first arrow, grab the dropper and choose this color, and for the black let's choose somewhat from here. Alright, now let's switch back to single viewer and let's add an ellipse to this background like so. And then we will add a soft glow to it. Let's view this, reduce the gain, increase the glow size and threshold. Then I will add an edge detect. Let's view this and check this box, edge mask overlay, and increase the blur like so. And in settings, bring down the blend a little bit. Now let's rearrange our nodes like this and merge it right here. And now let's view our media out. So we have this. Now going to this merge, let's bring it on the right side and let's increase it in size like this and copy, then paste, then bring this merge, the second merge on the right, and on the first merge I will scale it down like so, bring it here like this, like so. Now we can add a brightness contrast node in front of them and reduce the gain, lift and brightness a little bit. So here's the difference. Now we will add our text node afterwards. So grab a text, merge it here like so, and then type our text, which is movements, and the font would be Helvetica right here. Now let's scale this up and reduce the tracking and move it up right here. All right, now I will add a shadow node to it like so and increase the softness like this. And then we're gonna add our second text. So let's just copy this text and merge it here like so and change our text to every day to stay capable. Now let's reduce the size, bring it down here, and let's also reduce the type to light italic or maybe regular italic and reduce the tracking even more. And let's set it right here like so. And then right click here, choose character level styling, go to modifiers, select this text, stay, and then choose the color from here, from the edge like so. All right, and now we can create the liquid glass effect, and for that press Ctrl spacebar and type in displace and then merge it like so. Then add a rectangle and insert it into the green input of displace like so. And then in rectangle let's set our box like so and increase the corner radius and bring it here, adjust its settings something like this. And now we can go to the displace node and set the offset to -1 and reflection strength to -4. And now grab an output from rectangle and mask it into the merge and grab an output from this merge, and it goes into the yellow input of displace. Now going into the displace node, when you will increase the spread, you will see the glass effect happening. All right, and now you can set the rectangle accordingly. And also let's take this text, copy it, paste it here, and let's merge it right here. Bring it here, and in this text I will type 1, and let's bring it here and increase the size like so, and you can make a few adjustments like this. And now what we can simply do is simply copy this, paste it here 2 times, another one, and let's go here and change it to 2, change this one to 3, and now you're gonna take output from this merge and insert it in the yellow input of this displace, and once again for this displace as well. And now I will go to the second rectangle, move it into the middle like so, and in the second text move it into the middle, and let's reduce the size for this one like so. And then let's go into our third rectangle and let's move it to the right here, and on the text let's move this one to the right as well like so, and scale this one down as well like this. Okay, and now before animating we will add a few nodes. Number 1 would be vignette, and let's increase the size and reduce the blend so it has a subtle effect. And then we will add a film grain node, so you have this grainy look. And then let's add a transform node and go to frame number 0 and then zoom it in like so to about 1.3, and then let's go 50 frames ahead. At frame number 50 let's bring it down to 1. Now go to spline, check this box, zoom to fit, select both these, then press S, then press T, and increase the ease in and ease out. So you will have a zoom out animation. And now we will animate our entire scene. So let's first animate the text. So let's find our text nodes. Here it is. So now I will first go to this text and right click here, then I will choose follower, and then go into the modifiers, then transform tab in the modifiers, and then make sure you are at frame number 0, and then keyframe the offset. So it will bring you into the path menu, go back to the follower, and then go 20 frames ahead, keyframe it once again, then coming back to the first keyframe, let's move the text upwards like so. So it's out of the screen. And now going into the timing section, let's increase the delay to 2 and go to order and set it to random but 1 by 1, or rather let's set it to inside out like so, or maybe outside in would work like this, and we can increase the delay even more. So it comes in like this, and we can go to the spline, zoom to fit, and then smooth them out by pressing S. So you have this, and then we can animate this text. So for that, go to this text node, then go to the tools tab, right click here, and now you will see there is no follower option. For that, go to the insert section and then click follower. Now go to the modifiers, now you're in the follower page. And for this, I will go to frame number 50 maybe, and then go to the transform tab, then select the transform to words instead of characters, and now we will keyframe it once again, and once again we are back into the path section. So go back to the follower and go 20 frames behind at frame number 30. Let's bring this down here like so. All right, and you can also see the glass effect happening. And also for this one, we will go to the shading tab and reduce the opacity at frame number 30 to 0, keyframe it, and go 20 frames ahead at frame number 50, bring it all the way up. Now going into the timing section, increase the delay, so you have an animation like this. And now you can go to the spline tab, zoom to fit, and smooth them out, and also increase the ease in and ease out, so you will have text coming up like this. And now let's review. Also, we will animate the opacity of these glass boxes, and for that we have here number 1, number 2, and here's number 3. So for number 1, we will go to this merge and maybe going to frame number 70, set the blend to 1 and go 20 frames behind, bring it to 0. And then similarly for second one, go to this merge and let's go to frame number 80 this time and keyframe the blend. Now go 20 frames behind and reduce down the blend. And now for the third one, let's go to frame number 90, keyframe it, go 20 frames behind and reduce down the blend. So you will have these coming up like so. All right. And for the final movement, we will add another transform after this like so. And at frame number 70, I will keyframe the size and center position and go to the very last frame and zoom it in like about 1.1 and move it a little up like so. And then going into the spline tab, zoom to fit, then select all, then press S. And now you have the animation pretty much ready. All right, now let's move on to scene number 2. And for that, grab a Fusion composition. And let's go into the Fusion page. And once again, we will grab a background, set the alpha to 0, and merge it, put it into the media out like so. And now for this one, we will go into this folder called animation number 2, and we will need these 3. But before that, going into the edit page, going back to the Fusion composition number 1, we will copy a few nodes. So we will copy all these, the 3 liquid glass nodes, copy, and then going back to the second Fusion composition, we will paste them here like so. And then let's attach the background here and this one here. And we're going to go back to the edit page once again in the Fusion composition number 1. We will copy this background as well and go to the edit page, go to this composition, and let's paste it here and merge it here, and let's reassemble our nodes like so. And now in this merge, we will once again increase the size, and in this background this time I will add a vignette, increase the size like so. And now take the output from this merge, and this goes into the displays. Similarly for this and for third one as well. And now let's view our media out. And now you will have these coming up. Now we're just gonna adjust them on the right side of the screen right here. And now we're gonna adjust these on the right side like so. Bring one here and the text as well right here, and the second one would go here like so, and the text goes there as well. And for number 3, we will bring it down here and the text inside the box as well. And now what we're gonna do is copy this displays node, paste it here, merge it like so, and then once again take an output from this merge, and it goes into the yellow input, and we will grab another rectangle and place it in the green input of displays. And then this rectangle also goes into the mask input of merge like so. And in this rectangle we're gonna adjust the parameters like so, increase the corner radius and bring it on the left side right here, and increase the size like so. And let's add our text now. So grab a text node, merge it like so, and let's type in our text. And now let's adjust it here like so, and I will reduce the line spacing a little bit like this. And now we can bring in our athlete icon and merge it right here. And now let's bring it inside the liquid glass, decrease the size and place it somewhere about here like so. And then we will bring this star PNG, merge it here like this, and let's bring it inside the liquid glass and reduce the size. And then we want it behind the text, so we will grab the text and bring it in front of the icon. So let's grab this here and let's add a DVE node to this icon. Let's adjust the parameters a little bit like so, and then we can animate the Z parameter. So go to frame number 0 and keyframe it, and go to last frame and increase the Z like so. And going into the spline, select this and then press S to smooth this out like so. Okay, and then also we're gonna change its color, and for that we will grab a background node and merge it here like so. All right, and in merge set the operator to in. So let's make it the gradient. So go to gradient and let's set the gradient type to radial and make the white part, let's make it green, and let's view our merge like so. And going into the background, let's adjust these corner points, so let's bring them closer like so. And I will also invert these, so the green is on the left, the black is right here, so something like this. And then afterwards we can also add a soft glow to it. Let's add a soft glow to it, and let's view. Now reduce the gain and increase the threshold and glow size. And now let's view our media out, and now we can animate this. So for that, going into the last rectangle, we will go to frame number 0 and reduce the height all the way to 0, keyframe it and go 40 frames ahead, and then increase the height to somewhere about here like so. And going into the spline, zoom to fit, then select both these points, then press S, then press T, then lock both these and increase the ease in and ease out like so. All right.
These are the 3 movement patterns that I would do every single day for the rest of my life to stay capable until I'm 90. I move better now than I did as a professional athlete, and these 3 patterns are the reason why.